The Thunder have somehow found another second round gem in Brooks Barnhizer, and the league can't keep letting the Thunder getting away with this. Steal after steal in the second round and undrafted guys. He's going to join a list of great role players for the Oklahoma City Thunder taken in the second round or undrafted, such as Aaron Wiggins, Lou Dort, who's an undrafted player who is now an all defensive first team member. Guys like this that shouldn't be having successful careers in the NBA, but the Thunder can recognize talent, bring them onto the squad, and develop them. And they're doing the exact same thing with Brooks Barnhizer. We haven't seen Thomas Sorber play yet either. He still might steal the draft. We have to wait till preseason to see if that still holds up to be true, but getting him the second best center, rated across the boards in the NBA draft, especially my second best center, I think he was better than Common Maluak when you look at overall skill set. Having him being that steal, getting him at 15 overall outside the lottery, and then now Brooks Barnhizer, who's on a two-way contract, who might fight for a way to replace Ousmane Dieng after his contract is up in a year. So it's going to be interesting to see what Brooks Barnhizer does this year, but we're going to look at what he did in Summer League, specifically one game that kind of showcased what kind of player he's going to be and how the Thunder, they might have just found their Alex Caruso replacement for the future. Before we get into all that though, quick moment to recognize that 9.2% of you guys have that bell notification turned on. I want to get it to 10%. That's typical on YouTube. Really want to get it to 15. That'd be close to 750 you guys having that bell notification turned on. So if you don't want to miss a single minute of the action here at Thunder Digest, go ahead, hit that bell notification. And if you aren't subscribed yet, go ahead, join one of the fastest growing Thunder channels out here on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. With that out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about Brooks Barnhizer. And I've been calling him the Barnimal because he acts like a straight up animal out on the court. Barnhizer, animal, Barnimal, it just makes sense. But he acts like an animal, a feral animal out there that's doing everything he can to help his team win. I saw him dive for loose balls while he was playing in Summer League. You don't see rookies do that in Summer League. They're trying to play safe and they're trying to put on an offensive masterclass. Him, however, he was doing everything from passing to, fighting for tough boards, getting a ton of steals, some good blocks as well, some great defensive possession, some good help defense, along with scoring the basketball in all his games. He completely showed out in Summer League, and it showcased in the stats right here. And Three Cone said it best. Another year, another Thunder two-way demon. Remember the name Brooks Barnhizer. And this was his game against the Pelicans. We'll be taking some look at his highlights from this game as well, as this was his best game. 19 points, 9 rebounds, and 2 blocks right there. He also had an assist and a steal, plus 18 and plus minus. 8 of 12 from the field. That's impressive. He didn't, attempt a single three. But a lot of guys on the Thunder, you don't need to take threes to win. They proved that this year. All right, they weren't a great three-point shooting team whatsoever. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander won the MVP, and he only took 4 or 5 threes a game. You can take mid-range jump shots or drive to the rim, which is what Brooks Barnhizer was doing entirety of Summer League and what Shai did in the regular season, what Dub did in the regular season. A lot of guys on the Thunder, they succeeded at that. So getting someone that's going to fit this offensive mold like Barnhizer, who's going to drive to the rim, attack the bucket, and get his spots in the mid-range game and knock him down at a 66% rate, you love to see that. You love to see that. And his highlights from this game are amazing, as we can go ahead and take a look at some of them right here. So his teammate, boom, gets the steal, passes it up to him. Look at him right here, slowing it down, little no-look pass up the court, and he comes in there for the putback two. Rebound and bucket right there. Goes up, gets fouled, couldn't finish it right there. Tough foul to finish. Goes up for the first free throw. He missed it. Second free throw, however, was good. Next time, all right, on defense, look here, boom, fine for that tough rebound. There was some contact, could have been a foul. They don't call it, puts up the half-court heave at the end of the second quarter. Him again right here. Look at that beautiful pass to the corner. Gets it to go, an assist for him. This was his one lone assist in the game. Right here, takes his time, creates some separation. Mid-range jump shot was good. He was putting in work everywhere on the court. Right here, his teammates are playing great defense. Look at that help defense on the side. Comes away with the steal. He's going to push it fast up the court. Down low to Youngblood for the two, but he misses, and Barnhizer comes in with the putback right there. Absolute phenomenal play by him right there. You can see the hustle plays right there. He was passing it up to his teammates that had wide open layups, get a little bit of contest, and they missed it. But since he was following his pass anyways on a fast break opportunity, he got the board and the 2 points on 2 separate occasions. You can't teach that kind of hustle. Some guys, they're just born with it and they naturally hustle all the time. And he mentioned when he was drafted, he can't wait to learn from guys like Alex Caruso, who went down the same path as him. And I see a lot of Alex Caruso when I watch Brooks Barnhizer play. When I see Barnhizer play, it is very similar to Caruso because they're doing all the little things. And as you can see, the highlights, nothing of the highlights stood out. It's not like he had a great highlight tape of dunking on people, some step back threes, tween behind the back three-pointer. It was nothing like that. It was just hustle plays and making the right reads. And that's the kind of guys the Thunder want. He proved it in the other half of the game here. Here's the rest of the highlights right here, going all the way down the court. And the tough finish and transition. Right there, boom, teammate gets the board. He's back there ready for it. And another layup as something happened with his foot there. Right here, look at him in the short corner. Watch him. Making his rotations. All right. Teammate gets it stripped away, but he cuts right here for an easy layup. He's taking his time. He's patient with it. Look at this on-ball defense. That's some great defense right there. Great contest to force a miss. You love to see that from him. This is the same play. Something's going to happen right here. It's going to lead to Brooks Barnhizer on the mid-range, driving in, pump fake, step through, layup is good. That's a beautiful move to see by the second-round rookie. Look at that, poke it away. Steele going down court and almost threw it down, but he gets fouled, going to the free throw line, hits the first free throw there. Second free throw was up, and it was good. So, as you can see, he's a solid player. He's putting in work. The highlights aren't anything that stands out, but it's the fact that he's making the hustle plays. You can't teach that out of guys. You can't. He's making these hustle plays and he's earning his time. Slowly but surely, you're going to see some Brooks Barnhizer minutes during the season. There's going to be a conversation once that two-way is done. It might be a conversation of, look, let Ousmane Dieng walk and have Barnhizer take it over. Something the Thunder could look at doing as well. Some of these guys that have team options going into next season, or this is their last year of the deal, they might just straight up decline the team options, or they'll trade them during the regular season and just have Barnhizer take their spot on a cheap rotation contract. You can see something very similar to AJ Mitchell for Barnhizer, a 3-year, $9 million deal, $3 million every year. That's cheap and that's great value for someone like Brooks Barnhizer, who's already on the older side. All right, he's going to easily find a way into this rotation, and I don't want to be this guy, but it makes players like Alex Caruso expendable. You have him learn under him for 2 seasons, and you can have someone that's very similar to Alex Caruso, and by the time Caruso gets older, Barnhizer could be at a better state than Caruso is at the current moment in 2027, 2028. Have Barnhizer replace him on a much cheaper contract where he's only making $5 to $6 million a year. And that's how you avoid these second apron things. It wasn't like this was his only good game either. All right, in his debut, he had 9 points, 13 rebounds, a steal, and a block in 25 minutes. I'm pretty sure he tied a summer league record for steals in a game as well. And speaking of his steals, that's his superpower when he's on the court. Look at this graphic right here. All right, steals versus personal fouls in 2025 Las Vegas Summer League. And it just shows you Barnhizer is dominating the field. Look at all these players. All right, some of them with 5 steals, but they almost have 5 personal fouls. Some of them over 5. All right, someone had 4 steals and almost I think that's 12 or 13 personal fouls. Barnhizer, on the other hand, had 13 steals and only 3 personal fouls. And this is going to go to the thing of people saying, oh, this is just the refs letting Oklahoma City just hack everyone that they want to. Just let them foul, and they're not going to call anything. But when the other team goes down there for the layups, they're going to call it for them. It's Summer League. Are we really going to use this excuse again? It's Summer League. This just shows you how good of a on-ball defender Brooks Barnhizer is. He can steal the ball at such a high rate. And it's going to be deadly for the next few years, as this is the Alex Caruso replacement in the future. 2-3 years down the line, we have to worry about contracts, especially that Shai one kicking in. We got to make some space. Alex Caruso is going to be on the decline. You can easily replace him with Brooks Barnhizer, who can make anywhere from $3 to $6 million a year. That is much better and a cheaper contract than Alex Caruso, who's going to be making $20 million a year. But that's all I got for this video. Let me know what you guys personally thought about Brooks Barnhizer's performance during Summer League. Along with, do you think he is the Alex Caruso replacement in 2 to 3 years? That's all I got. See you guys in the next one.